everybody! I have a cool request. I'm gonna try and pronounce this. I did look it up, by the way, on Google. So it's called Uluru. Uluru. Do you know what I'm talking about? So it's a special place. It's a large rock formation in the center of Australia, which is said to be the solar plexus chakra of the earth. This is a request that came to me through Patreon. Request is to channel a message from Uluru. There is a healing ceremony coming up on the 12th of January to connect it with the sun and send healing energy along the ley lines. This is such a cool time to do this channeling, especially with all the fires going on in Australia right now. It's the new year. Something big is building here. And I just made a rhyme. Did you catch it? Something big is building here. It's the new year. I did that. Okay. Uluru. Got it. Uluru. I can do this. I'm going to relax now. I'm going to really relax here. I'm going to send my energies, just send them right on down. And I'm just becoming an open door to wisdom. And I experience myself becoming energy. And I start to blow on the breeze. And I'm traveling a long way until I arrive here at this special place. I experience a peacefulness, a silence. Oh, interesting. There's what looks like 4 guardians, but it looks like the same face. And so each one stands what you could define as north, east, south, and west, but they're duplicated, so they're kind of standing hand in hand all the way around this structure. But there's a prominent sort of body that stands what would be like north, east, south, and west. And it doesn't look Aboriginal, it looks more Native American, but let's go with it, okay? So it looks like a Native American to me in this vision. And he hears me say that, and he smiles at me. And he says we're all from the same tribe. And he kind of, he moves me when he says that. He meant to do it just like this. We're all from the same tribe. He's been standing here a very long time, a protector of this energy. He's very tall. When I come to stand before him, I'm really looking up here at his face, but he doesn't overwhelm me. I can still see him. It's not like he's standing up into the clouds like a real giant. I ask him if he is Uluru or if he is somebody else. He shows me a diamond. It's a bluish color. And it's like a kite. So it sits upright. So you have the shorter triangle here on top, and then this upside down triangle is a lot longer on the bottom. But there's no line in the center. It's just here's a point, a point, a point, and a point. He shows me this. And we are going into this image here. And it's like I go in forever. Almost like I would fall into a pool that I never reach. And I go into the blue for a very long time. It's like a portal of energy, but it's also nothing. Which is fascinating because I'm definitely moving through an energetic space like a portal, It has the experience of color, of what has a destination, what reminds me of water that never comes. And then nothing, nothing. He is Uluru. He is strong. I start to feel a bit of almost like I got punched in the stomach, like a bruise a bit. It's hard to breathe some. It's really tight. It's tight in my throat here as well. And I feel a bit of an exhaustion, and I experience myself tilted forward, not standing up straight with strength, but depleted of strength, so I'm kind of tilted forward a bit, not able to hold myself up. And again, I look different. I don't look Aboriginal or Native American. I look like I'm maybe Middle Eastern, and I'm a man, and I have black hair. I have dark skin. And I'm here, and I'm on my knees now, and I'm crying. And I ask Uluru if he can help me. And Uluru is showing me kind of a yin-yang like symbol, but it's not Asian energy. But it is the image of a man and a woman. And the woman carries a baby. And the man is nurturing the woman, and then the woman nurtures the man. It's very much, it's not a, it's an image of family. It's an image of family and bond and connectedness, the circle of life and love. And this man who comes, who asks Uluru for help, he brings something with him, but he forgets that he himself is a gift. It's almost like Uluru wants him to see that he is the gift, that Uluru does not need anything that he could provide other than him honoring himself as the gift who came all this way to visit with him personally, in person, physically. To touch him is a gift to Uluru. I mean, it's literally touching the body of this being. And I can feel it. It moves me. It's like got a trembling sensation. It's more pure love than love, if that's possible. Because the trembling is just so real. Realer than we could know what love could be. And it's more than the heart. It is the feelings. So this being the solar plexus chakra of the earth, I could definitely agree here with that. The way the love is actually centered in the solar plexus, in the emotions. And it moves my emotions. It moves me. It makes my emotions tremble with meaning, with the value of love and life, the balance. It's so important that we see what precious gifts that we are. Uluru is many, spirit, consciousness, so it's like he's one. He shows me much like an angel. You could have Archangel Michael. There's an Archangel Michael for everybody on the planet. So you could have one Archangel Michael, but Archangel Michael can be everybody, can be here for everybody, be with everybody all at the same time. He's the same way. He can be with each and every one of us, even if we can't take that journey all the way to see him. That he's already with us. He's already here with us. But it's more meaningful than that. I mean, he's no ghost here. He's real. He's real, tangible, dense energy. And he's not kidding when he's saying he's here with each and every one of us. It's like a particle of his dust is in our cells. Every one of us has him inside our physical bodies. Like our physical bodies were born from him. He's like a Father Earth. He is moved that I would call him that. I really don't know what to say. I tell him I'm sort of in awe. I didn't expect this, and I don't really know what to say right now. And I ask him what he would like to share with us today. I'm going to relax some more and really experience a connection with this energy more. Connection with Uluru as a part of my own physical form. A Father Earth figure. He has all the stories. He knows the history of mankind. It's like Uluru came first. It's like the first land that ever was. It's literally what it's like. It's like the first people came from him. He's very special. Very sacred energy. Again, I feel a bit of an aching in my own stomach, like a punch in the stomach. And it's coming from this experience, is moving my own energy inside myself. And he's talking about how it's like we were molded out of clay. And I see a woman that is coming out of the form of clay. She was molded and shaped to be just as she is. There's a real imbalance with sexuality, and that is a feeling. And when I was looking at the yin-yang symbol, we see it as balance, right? Balance between our dark and light selves, and in this case, he was showing me it as, it literally was like a mother-father in a circular way with each other, and it wasn't a sexual image. However, I kept thinking that there's something about sexuality here with this message, and it's coming up here when he's showing me the woman coming out of the clay. And there's a sexual imbalance. And there's something about, he literally uses the words, the fruit of a woman's womb. This is really hard, but it's been so desecrated. So abused, so raped, and even by choice becoming infertile with birth control. And he shows me how there has been like layers of sediment, but it's all these ideas that have been placed upon this divine woman that was shaped out of his own clay to become so lost in her own divinity and sacredness that it's almost like the woman carries this stamp of like she's like garbage in a way. It's like the woman carries a dirt that will never be cleaned, and therefore she's an old dish rag, still trying to keep the balance. Showing me how the world has moved on from the natural ways. And he shows me we're becoming mechanical people. We're becoming robotic people. And robots are infertile. And we are becoming an infertile race. The woman cannot see her true beauty. And as the father of the woman, that brings sadness to his own heart as he shaped her with his own hands. And it is not for him to take her away her pain. The pain that was like, it's her learning. He shows me what is a child playing with dolls and deciding what happens with the dolls. So the dolls never decide their own fate. They're made to have different experiences based on what the child wants. He's not going to play this role. We are not dolls or puppets to him. We are real life forms. And thus we make our own choices. His energy will help us to remember if we want to. Remember. And he shows me that although I'm far away, that I can touch him. So I'm going to relax some more. And he says that to touch me, it will help you to remember who you are. Your creation. It's not about the soul, it's about the form, the physical form. It's about the ancestors, it's about the bloodlines. It's about the beginning of the earth. It's about our world. He has no intentions of going anywhere. He says that. I mean, he really does show me how time will pass and I will still be here. Shows me that. I will be here for many, 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 many years to come. There's literally nothing that will break him apart. I mean, he is planted here as like a timeless structure. I ask him if there's anything else he would like to share. So I tell him, Uluru, I would love to understand more of your wise perspectives and love. So I'm creating an open doorway within myself that this seed of your own form can blossom a greater expansion within myself, my connection with the earth and my physical form, more of an understanding of you. He is so peaceful. He's like the stillness on the lake when there's no wind. I asked him if that's all he would like to share. I wondered if he would have any viewpoints on this issue with the fires in Australia. We're looking at a heart, and I also hear the sound of a large bird, like an eagle type bird. And the heart shape, it has these rounded edges. It's not like the diamond, although it comes to a point inside here, comes to a point at the bottom. But there's something about these two rounded parts that create the image that we know is a heart shape. And when I look into the heart, again, it's like the diamond and it's red. And I'm falling into it. And I never reach a ground. And I just keep falling. It's like I'm going through something, like a portal. But I'll never reach this place. It's very intense around my head to do this. And it's like red earth that is not touched. I show Uluru, I'm going to make it rain. And I take this diamond and I say there is water within you. And I take this heart, which possesses this earth. And I take the water and I take the earth and then I combine them. And then I swirl this energy around and I think about Australia. And I start to stir it all up like I'm stirring a big pot of love and rain and transformation of weather in order to help the land to have some water to drink. And I keep doing this and doing this as it becomes more and more dense feeling. And I encourage you too to do the same, to really see Australia, to really see what we can do as human beings with our own energies. If Uluru can shape the man and the woman, then we can shape the weather. We're a part of everything that is also a part of us. There is no separation. And if we want it to rain in Australia, then we can make it rain. If we put our hearts together, if we believe in it, we can do it. So I start to stir this up some more, and I feel it's getting denser and denser and creating more physical energies. And it's getting even more dense. And I experience myself standing on the ground, and I look up at the sky, and there's clouds forming. And I hear a loud crack. There's lightning and thunder, and I start to hear the sound of rain. But it's interesting because the rain just falls. And it falls and it falls for a long time, almost to the level it could create floods. So I show the rain and the clouds, the weather about balance. And the weather asks me, what do I know about balance? And I say, well, all I can do is try. And maybe if we can both try, we could figure something out together. I see this Uluru, this rock, actually come up and out of the ground and stand as a man made out of rock. And he takes his hands and he claps them together really loud, and it creates a vibration that shakes across the whole planet. And he says, may it be felt. This is also a message about us seeing an issue, which we do see these issues, but working together now to solve these issues. Because we can do that. We can do that. We have the power. If we want to know how to manifest money, why the heck don't we want to know how to manifest rain when rain is needed? We could manifest anything we put our heart into. And when we put ourselves into our own heart and we share a dream, an inspiration, and when we work together as a collective to manifest this, now we are creating a new type of world. Not a robotic world, but a world working with our feelings, with love, and with the power of what we can do. And we haven't even tapped into that yet. I do one more thing, and it's odd, but I stamp really hard on the ground, and it cracks this ground open. And there's these large type of worms. They're different colors. They're quite pretty looking. There's this pink and kind of whitish colored one. There's this neon green one. They're different shapes and sizes. And some are fat and short, and some are long and skinny. But they're coming out of the ground. All the worms are coming out of the ground. And what do worms do when it rains? They come out of the ground. And it's like I'm stomping really hard on the ground to get the earth to wake up here. It's almost like it fell asleep a bit. And the worms can hear it too. And it's almost like massaging this, massaging the earth here. It's like giving Australia a massage. This is literally what it's like. It's like a Swedish massage or something. But it actually is activating the energy, and the energy starting to bounce and get faster and get excited and get inspired and get electric and get active and start to pulsate, even like blood is flowing through it. Starting to come to life. And when this ground comes to life, it's sending energies into the sky, energies across the planet, and it's altering the way that the energies are communicating. Weather and wind and how all that stuff works, it's all energy communication, energy interactions. It's almost like Australia too is wanting to go through a transformation. In order to access it, it must go through hardship. Then on the other side, it can become reborn. So in a way, it's also reflecting this as part of its own process. But we can also communicate with Australia. We can also talk to it about its own identity and what its goals are, for instance. It's all energy. The rebirth does not have to be painful. It can actually be joyful. And we can make it that way. We can bring celebration of life to Australia to bring the rains, to bring life force energy, to bring our beautiful selves, our beautiful energies, our caring, our love. We can do that. So I am doing that. And I place images of sacred geometry across the country. To unlock more love and healing, more caring, more support. And I send this energy too to the coral reefs, and to all the animals and all the people, all the plants and the air, the water, everything. And you can do this too. You can care. You can want to. You can make a choice to say, I am sending love to Australia. Let this love help heal the land and bring rain. Okay, that's the message. That is so cool. Thank you so much for exploring this experience with me, and thank you for that request too. It was a great request. Even introduced me to a place I'd never heard of, and now I learned a new word and how to pronounce it, and met a really cool consciousness of love, of Father Earth. It's awesome. It's like simply awesome. And I got to share a gift to help Australia, and that makes me feel wonderful too. So much to think about. Thank you all again. If any of you are interested in exploring a psychic session with me, please visit me at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. Okay, everybody, have a wonderful day.